First day of summer is here, as Rob mentioned, but as our summers get hotter, the summer solstice is also an opportunity to spark discussion about our changing climate. ABC 10 meteorologist Brendan Minchef talks about the climate stripes and the science behind what they represent.
You may have seen these before. These are called climate stripes or warming stripes. Each stripe represents 1 year starting back at 1850 to modern day. The darker the blue, the cooler the year, and the darker the red, the warmer the year. And the baseline that we're using is 1960 to 2010. What you notice is there's a lot of blue on one side and a lot more red on the other. Another way to visualize this is by putting it on an actual chart, and you'll notice that until about 1980 or so, we were never warmer than that 1960 to 2010 average. But since about 1980, almost every year has been warmer than the previous year. We can localize this to Sacramento as well, and the climate stripes tell a very similar story. A lot of blue on one side and a lot more red on the other. So we know that something is changing, and that something is carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases. Since the start of the Industrial Revolution in the late 1800s, we have continuously been emitting carbon dioxide, more and more of it at an increasing rate. And that means our global average temperature is increasing with that CO2 as well, because carbon dioxide traps heat in the atmosphere, and it lasts in the atmosphere for a long time. And the levels of CO2 that we have today have been unseen in more than 1 million years. So we know that this is something that we are doing and not something that's occurring naturally. What this is doing is it's shifting our baselines. Our normal days are warmer than what they were 50 years ago, and much, much warmer than what they were 100 years ago. This shifting baseline is also allowing us to see more extreme heat and sometimes temperatures that would have been almost impossible to see without climate change. We can quantify this to Sacramento by looking at the number of summer days above average. In the last 50 years, we're seeing 2 additional weeks of above average temperatures today than what we would have seen about 1970. And a lot of that warming is occurring during the overnight hours. Our average low temperature in Sacramento is about 3 degrees warmer than what it was 50 years ago. So we know that things are getting warmer, and that is the point of these stripes. They're telling a story, and that story is one of change.